What's up guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Okay, so for today's video, as you can tell, your girl looks glammed up. She looks good, and that's on who? Period. Big ups to my sister for, you know, providing me with this luxurious Brazilian wig, 100% human hair. Anywho, for today's video, we're going to be talking about my MEPS experience, my medical MEPS experience, because as you guys do know from my other video, I did go to MEPS to take my ASVAB. Now we're talking about going to MEPS for my medical part, because your girl passed the ASVAB, so you know she got to swear in, you know, do the whole nine, everything. So I'm gonna walk you guys through every portion of the whole MEPS experience that I did, and like sort of compared to what people told me it was gonna be like, because it was not as bad as a lot of people make it out to be. Like, you don't really have to worry about anything. Like, let's just get into it. First of all, my outfit, I didn't even have to wear the ugliest outfit I've ever worn in my entire life. I could have literally worn a sweatshirt, maybe some jeans with no holes, and, you know, going about my day. But literally, I was worried about my hair, I was worried about what I needed to wear, and I was just worried about everything. Didn't need to worry about anything, babes. People were coming in there with sweats on, gray sweatpants, t-shirt, jackets with hoodies. You don't have to worry about anything. And even if you don't have the proper attire, you can go to your branch liaison and they'll have stuff for you. Like, if you don't have a shirt to tuck in, go to your branch liaison, they got one for you. If you don't have the proper underwear, go to your branch liaison. They may be used, just turn it inside out, but they got some for you. Like, you cannot go wrong here. Like, if your ears aren't cleaned enough to the point where they have to see like deep inside of your ear, they can clean them for you, or they'll give you something to clean your ear with. I was so stressed and so overwhelmed for literally nothing. So let's just get started. I went to the hotel and everything, went through that whole process, and then I woke up at 2 a.m. 2:30 something a.m. and I stayed up trying to figure out my outfit and everything, just to make sure I didn't go wrong trying to memorize, but my medical records, like everything that I told my recruiter. I was trying to burp and sneeze at the same time, Jesus. Anyways, I was trying to remember everything that I told my recruiter about my own health. I thought that they were gonna try to, you know, get me to say something of how I feel, you know. But my recruiter did prepare me for that portion. Now, I can tell you the medical part where you speak with the doctor is a little bit intimidating, and it you have to really pay attention to that. But that's the only thing you really need to worry about. Okay, I'll get into everything. I'm just kind of getting ahead of myself. So let's go ahead and talk about when we first got there. So when we first got to, okay, so we went from the hotel on the bus to MEPS, and I took MEPS in Atlanta because I live in Atlanta. We get on the bus to go to the Atlanta MEPS, and once we pull up there, we're told to get off the bus. This Air Force officer, I think he was an officer, and he had a split in lines, just in sections, just so it was like it was a lot of us, so they wanted to speed up the process and everything, make sure everything was smooth. And we had to get out our COVID forms. He had to read through them. They told us to put all of our stuff on the side and then walk through the thing, the metal detector, make sure we don't have on any earrings, make sure you don't have any earrings or necklaces and stuff, like no jewelry. But this was all at 5 a.m. so like 5:40 something. No, when you first get there, before you get to the waiting area, you have to go to your branch liaison again. So you got to go there and get your folder with all of your medical information and everything, and this is what they're gonna be filling out, the doctors and everything are gonna be filling out throughout your entire MEPS experience. So then after the MEPS briefing and everything, we go into, they'll call you, they had the girls go first to line up, and then the guys were behind us, and then we went to this sort of waiting area where they would check us off, or we could check in, something like that, I can't remember. And I was sitting there waiting, and it was just me and the other girl. It wasn't a lot of girls enlisting in anything, so I was like, pause! Wait a minute. But it is what it is. I was like, whatever. So I was supposed to get my blood pressure checked, but I didn't do that first. I wound up getting my sights checked to make sure that was, you know, good and everything. And I was like nervous because I didn't do amazing. Like, I didn't do amazing. I don't know, but the guy was really cool about it. Okay, wait, so it's like, you know, if you've done like a normal sightseeing test or whatever, it's just like how it is at when you go to the eye doctor, or they do it at school sometimes too. So like they have like this array of letters and numbers mixed together, so it's like really confusing. And it's gonna be a big line the lower you go. And he told me to read the lowest, I don't know how to describe it, but I had to read what was most blurry as clearly as I saw it, whatever. And I was like, A, B? He's like, does that look like a B, Miss Harvey? I was like, I don't know. It looks like a B. I haven't seen, I wouldn't say if it didn't look like a B, I wouldn't say B. I was like, 8? He's like, and he didn't say anything, so I guess I got it right, and I did. And then when I messed up again, he said, really, Harvey, is that a B? I was like, this is what I'm seeing. I don't know if he dismissed once I got wrong because he had me keep trying. I don't know, but he wasn't like, just long story short, I didn't fail. They were really cool about it and everything. After that, I did my hearing test, and it's like this box where like, I think 4, maybe 6 people can be in at once. And you put these tight headphones on and you have like a clicker in your hand. Whatever you hear, you have to click it. And so if you hear anything faint, you just have to click it. Like whatever you have to click, whatever you can hear, you have to click it. I started getting paranoid like after it was finished, because I was like, do I hear something? Is it done? And then I see everybody starting to look around. I was like, okay, we done. Okay, we done. Okay, whatever. But it was cool. Everybody was nice. Everybody was talking to each other. You know, it was good. After that, it was time for me to get my blood drawn, and listen, it was not as bad as I thought it was. It was the most easiest thing ever. I got my wisdom teeth pulled. I had an IV in me. Like, girls got shots that hurt worse than that. Period. Yeah, so that was really easy. He had me use like a squish thing, and it was the same dude that did my eyes, that checked for my eyes and everything. And he's like, oh, Harvey. He's like, now I got a chance to get you back. I was like, please don't prick me too hard, please. And so like, it was a really easy process. They just stick not even half the needle in there, like just tap like the tip of the needle literally, and just collect the blood. As simple as that. And then it was time to do pee. Well, like, you can really do anything, it's just wherever they say. So like, once I leave a certain area, they're like, I just finished my hair, and it's like, okay, so you need to go here, and they'll tell you just to go random places. It's not a set rotation for everybody, because like, I did my blood pressure, that was the last thing I did, and people were doing that as their first thing. And so I wanted to make sure I had drunk a bunch of water. It was easy for me to pee, and she had water running just in case, you know, you need to hear something to motivate you to pee more and stuff. 2 girls had problems with peeing. They couldn't pee, but they gave you several times to do it, so like, you're gonna be fine. And even if you don't have a big enough sample as everybody else, something is good enough. Oh wait, no. After I had got done getting my blood drawn, before I went to pee, they just directed me to sit with the doctor, so I got that over with fast. I was very anxious. I don't know why. She was just asking me a bunch of questions, and I was just like kind of nervous sitting there. She's already nervous, and I was like, yes, I'm really nervous. She's like, why are you nervous? And I was like, I just want to qualify for everything. And she's like, yeah, everybody wants to qualify. I get you. And she asked me 1,000 questions, a lot of questions. Like asthma, diseases, if I had any of those, if I ever smoked, if I ever drank, many just, you know, health related stuff. It wasn't a big deal. I answered no to majority of the questions. After that, it was really chill. She was really nice. She was cool. It was cool. The doctor was nice. The doctor was cool. I think they asked there too if you're afraid of heights or spiders and stuff. My recruiter specifically told me if I'm not fearfully afraid of spiders or heights, like if I see a spider, I'm not gonna pass out or throw up, then I don't have arachnophobia basically. And so when she asked me those questions, I said I didn't. Even though I don't like spiders, I don't have a fear of it. So I just, you know, there you go. And then after that, I did the physical, and that's where you do like the fitness portion of it, sort of, where you do the duck walk just to see if you have flat feet. And then you do a bunch of other weird stuff. I don't know if y'all want me to make a separate video about that. It's just pretty basic. Duck walk is simple, and they'll give you plenty of opportunities to get it right. And they'll also help you do it. They'll like take you step by step. For me at least, this one girl couldn't get it down for some reason. And they gave her plenty of opportunity to do it. And they taught her and they walked her through it, and they were doing it with her just to make sure that she doesn't get disqualified for something so small that she can do. And then you also like do your joints and your hands and stuff. Make sure you can move them fluidly, like this and that and that and that and this and stuff like that. And then you go sit with another doctor so she can check you out and everything. You don't get a pap smear. They don't do pap smears. I was on my cycle when I went and did it, but either way, you don't get a pap smear. You know, everything was fine. I just had to bend over so she could see my spine, check for scoliosis. Don't have scoliosis, thankfully. They feel for lumps in your breast in case, you know, breast cancer and stuff. And me personally, I think I told you guys I do have lumpy breasts, but she didn't feel for anything that was like that, I guess. She didn't feel them, I guess. I don't know, it was no issue. My recruiter told me not to say anything about it because I did go and see somebody beforehand, like a year before I even decided that I was gonna do this, and just to check and see, make sure everything was fine. She said everything was fine too. So he told me not to tell them that I did that because then they're gonna ask for more paperwork and it's just gonna slow my process down. So yeah, but she didn't find anything, so it was good. She checked your knees, you know, when your doctor does the knee thing, and they see your eyes, your sights, and she couldn't see in my ears for some reason. Even I kind of saw that coming because I didn't put the peroxide in my ear the other night like my recruiter asked me. I forgot because I was looking for the actual ear wax removal kit and I couldn't find it, so I just stood in the shower because I saw something on YouTube where you just be in the shower, let the water, hot water or warm water, run in your ear, holding your ear to, like, you know, clean it out and or soften the wax, but not to use Q-tips. Do not use Q-tips, guys. Apparently it pushes the wax back, so don't use Q-tips at all. But she couldn't see in my ears for a minute, so we moved past that. She said, okay, we'll figure out something to get it out. So, and then after that, she checked, you know, the regions and everything is weird. But yeah, it was cool. After that, I did everything else, dug walk and everything. That's when I did that. And then she called me back. So she used this like stick to push in my ear, but I had to do it because, you know, it would hurt and she wouldn't know if it would hurt. I was just doing this and cleaning it out, and not much was coming out, and so she wasn't sure. I thought my ears were pretty clean. And she just told me to keep doing it, and I was like, okay, oh my gosh, please. And she's like, okay, let me see if I can see something there. And she saw through my ears perfectly fine. So I passed that and everything. And then I think after that, oh, me and a bunch of girls were just waiting because they had me separated from boys and girls. Me and the girls were just waiting. It was about like 6, maybe 8, yeah, 6, maybe 7 of us. And we were just talking about what we're gonna do and talking about life in general. It was cool, it was chill. And then we waited in regular area with everybody else. There wasn't a lot of boys that were waiting. I guess they were all still getting checked. It was a lot of boys though. So I guess all of them were still getting checked and everything, but a few of them were still waiting, watching sports, whatever. We were waiting to get a copy of our medical work, and then we went to our liaison. So I went to the Air Force liaison and I gave them the stuff, and they gave me some paperwork, and I had to go back to this other place, and it was just so much back and forth, y'all, from one place to another, one place to another. And you had to process in the system, get your fingerprints done, do your sign up for 4 years, then you do, it's just so much, and you have it's just so much. And then I sat down and my recruiter said, okay, while I get this paperwork transferred over or something like that, if they call lunch I can just go. So and then after lunch I can just go back and see him. So I went for lunch, and it was nothing crazy. It was, you know, just like a sack lunch. It was a turkey sandwich, or you can do a ham sandwich. I did turkey, obviously. And we had some chips and a cookie and water. So we were all just eating and chilling, and then we left. I went back to my Air Force liaison, my branch liaison, and I was actually below the weight like 2 points, but my BMI, body mass, was perfect, so I was good. Now it was time for me to lift the weight. I thought I was supposed to only lift 70 pounds, but baby girl, I only did 60. So I was able to only lift 60. So it's like you have to do like this, lift the weight. I want to demonstrate. So it's like a weight that they have at the bottom first, and then they'll start you off really light, and then you'll lift it up, lift it here, and then you'll raise it above your head. I think they start off with like 40 pounds or something. Not super heavy, but you make your way up to 80. But I only did 60. So that was fine. So I'm going through this footage right here that y'all just got through watching, realizing that I didn't mention the part about us swearing. So after some part, I forgot, but after something, I went to this room with a bunch of other people that were swearing in from different branches and everything, and they briefed us on it really quickly and showed us how to stand at attention and to, you know, be at rest. And then we just swore in. Yeah, I forgot to mention that, but I will show a clip of me swearing in. Everybody else will be blurred out, so yeah.
Of the president.
Your order of the president.
Attention. Hooray, rest. Alright, congratulations everybody. Please give yourself a hand. Congrats.
And then I went home after that, and I called my recruiter. He's like, you qualify for everything. Well, actually it tells you on the sheet while you're at MEPS. They should show you on your paperwork if it says qualified or not medically qualified. So I qualified, obviously, And then I tell my recruiter, and then he's looking over the stuff. He's like, oh, you only lifted 60 pounds? Well, you gotta go back to MEPS on Monday. And so I went back to MEPS on Monday. It's because he said I needed to weigh in. I thought he was talking about my actual weight, so I was eating so much. I was eating a lot. But I just went in, and then I went to my branch liaison, and he literally just told me, so you need to lift 80 pounds. So I was like, okay. And I've been practicing, so I was like going to the gym even more often. I have a weak upper body, but I was working on it really good. I've been doing really good at the gym. Like, I was going in on a couple days that I had. So I went in, I was able to lift the 80 pounds, and I am now qualified to be in the Air Force. And now I'm just waiting on a job. So yeah, that's my MEPS experience for medical. My advice to you guys is don't stress. If you're going to MEPS, do not stress. It's not as bad as, at least where I am, but just to be safe, wear like a polo buttoned up. Like, don't get a huge one. Make sure it's fine. Make sure you wear jeans. You can wear blue jeans, roll them at the bottom, wear some Vans, make it look cute. You don't have to look crazy. Even if it's cold, you can wear your jacket like this. If it has a hoodie, you're completely fine. Any other questions y'all have, I'll answer them below. But yeah, this one girl came in with her nails painted. It was nothing. It was nothing. She had her nails long. She had acrylic nails. They were like about this long, but she was fine. She also had on an anklet that she couldn't take off. They didn't care. And she also had on lace underwear, but they didn't care. So it's like, you know, just be cautious, but you don't have to be nervous for MEPS. It's literally fine. Okay, all right. Okay, one thing my recruiter also told me, we all take Tylenol, we all do this for our pain. Do not mention that in MEPS, because you know, it could potentially get you disqualified, because, or not disqualified, but just having to go through a whole process, and it's just nothing can get you. But yeah, just be aware and don't get tricked. It's not easy to get tricked, you know. You just, you know, the MEPS process is not stressful. It's really, you know, they'll get you in and out there. And I wasn't even there for as long as people say. Got there at like 5 something, left at 1. So like, it literally was the shortest experience I've had. And so yeah, do not stress going to MEPS. MEPS is easy. You're gonna qualify, and do not worry about anything. You might even have a good time. So yeah, that was my MEPS medical experience. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to leave a like, comment down below any video suggestions that you guys may have. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching.